All right, so in this video, we're going to get into a feature in drum rack called choking. And essentially what choking does is it cuts off one drum sound when another drum sound plays. And how this is useful, or has been useful in the past, is with hi-hats. So you have an open hi-hat and a closed hi-hat, and if they don't choke each other, then it doesn't sound natural. So I've got a closed hi-hat here and an open hi-hat here. And if I play these back and forth, it doesn't sound natural because the open hi-hat keeps on playing and carries through. So what we want to happen is we want these to cut each other off. And what Ableton allows us to do is create groups of sounds that will cut each other off. And we can create up to 16 different groups. So let me show you how that's done here. First thing we're going to do is the lines here that you see, there's 3 lines. You want to click on that, and that's going to open up this section. And then you're going to want to open up the I/O by clicking on this. And now as you can see the choke section here, all right? And in this, what you have are 16 different options, right? And basically these are just different groups. So basically a group of ones are only going to affect each other. A group of 2 is not going to affect 1 or any other number, and so forth. So basically that allows you to make 16 different groups and do some pretty complicated things. But let me show you how to do the most practical thing, which is the hi-hat. And where is our sound? Okay, so it's these 2 last sounds, right? So in order to make this work, you need to have at least 2 in a group. So these 2 are going to affect each other. So now when I play these back and forth, you'll hear the hi-hat, the open hi-hat cut off by the closed hi-hat. As you can hear, that makes a massive difference in a more realistic drum sound. So another thing that you can do with choking is with loops. So let me get rid of these sounds here. And I've got one loop right here. All right. And let's just find a couple more beats. All right, that's good. That's good. That one there is good. So these all should work kind of well together. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all these down in this section here. And I just hold down the Shift key after I select one, and it'll select all in between. And then when I make a selection for one, and it doesn't matter which one of these you use, so let's just go to 1. It'll select it for all of them. So now, when I just hit 1, it'll play all the way through. But when I play multiple, they will cut each other off, all right? So, and what I'm also going to do here is this closed hi-hat here. I'm going to put that into the choke too. That way when I hit this, I can stop the loops altogether. So as you can see, I'm able to stop it. But now I can just play around with these loops and they'll cut each other off. And so forth. So that's another use that you can use for choking as well. If you happen to have a bunch of samples of different, let's say, bass notes or synth notes, and you want to do kind of the same thing where when a new note is played, it cuts the last one off, maybe for a lead sound or whatever. I don't know why you would necessarily use a drum rack instrument, but it would be another one of those situations where you'd want one sound to cut the other sound off in most cases. So there you go. That is what choking is in the drum rack instrument.